Welcome to BenjiManTV. Today I'm bringing you a basics video, and today's topic, how to cook pasta. And I know it seems so basic, like why would I make a video of it? You'd be surprised how many people get this wrong. In fact, if you just fix this, your pasta will come out 10 times better. Trust me on this. First thing to remember about cooking pasta is, number one, have good pasta. I typically get pasta that's from Italy. Also at farmers markets, you can get good stuff. How do you know if something's good? You usually pay a little bit more, and it's totally worth every single penny. And you know what? You're gonna appreciate your dishes so much more. Secondly, when boiling your pasta, make sure you get your water to a rolling boil. Super important, because you want your water to be nice and hot, okay? You want your pasta to cook quickly. Third thing is lots of water. Notice I'm using a very large pot. This is a 8-quart pot, and the reason you want lots of water is because you need that residual heat to continue cooking the pasta right when you throw that pasta in, okay? If you don't have enough water, it's gonna stop the boiling process, it's gonna lower the temperature, and you're not gonna get a good quality pasta cooking out of it. Fourth one is mise en place, which means prep your ingredients. Now, I know this doesn't really have to do with actually preparing the pasta, but this is important to keep in mind, because you don't want your pasta to be sitting around in the strainer for very long. You want to be able to take it right from cooking to the dish you're gonna prepare, or right from cooking to the pan that you're gonna finalize and you're gonna pan sear the pasta into. Really important, because if you leave it around, it could stick, you know, it just won't have optimum flavor and texture, okay? So that's really important. Next one, which is probably the most important lesson you could learn today, is al dente. Just barely undercooked. That means when you actually bite the pasta, there's just a little bite in the middle. You don't want it to be crunchy, you just want it to have a little bit of bite. Not super soft like noodles from chicken noodle soup, okay? You want it to have a little bit of body. There's a couple reasons for this. Number one, your pasta flavor will actually come out much better. Secondly, especially if you're gonna be pan frying, you're gonna continue to cook this pasta even after it leaves the pot. Another little tip that I have for people is using tongs, okay? I use tongs rather than the spaghetti spoon, because you get a lot more control with this. You can stir it from the beginning, you can pick it up out of the pan if you need, and there's just a lot more control. And then I go right from using this to pick up the pasta or to move the pasta to cooking it in another dish, or to preparing it in the dish where my pesto sauce is, or any sauce you're using. So tongs are really, really important. Next is stir occasionally. I know it seems so basic, but a lot of people forget to do this. And what happens sometimes is your pasta might stick. Again, another reason why the tongs are so key, but make sure to stir occasionally. Number 8, make sure to follow the directions on the box of your pasta or the bag of your pasta, but always taste your pasta during the cooking process. The reason you want to check your pasta's doneness is because even if you follow the directions, your stove might heat up that water a little hotter than other stoves. You might not have as much water than, you know, another pot. You always want to make sure and check, especially if you want al dente, because if you follow the directions of what's on the package, typically you've actually overcooked it. So make sure you always taste. Lastly, this is an optional thing. A lot of people just tend to just go ahead and salt your water, but you know what? Sometimes I do not salt, okay? Salt is important for flavor, but also sometimes if you're putting into a salty dish, you might be adding too much salt. Another reason you do want to salt, if you will be salting, is because it actually raises the boiling temperature of your water, which is really key, because in the beginning I mentioned, you want your water to be at the highest heat possible, which is typically rolling boil. There you go, that's been my options video for how to cook pasta. Make sure you comment below and subscribe. If you like, check out this pasta dish that I made today, pesto pasta, as well as this pasta alla cieca. Both of them are on BenjiManTV. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment below, and I will talk to you later. Bye.